99X, it's Barnes and Leslie. Fram, you paying attention in class?
This story is riveting.
Riveting story. If you missed the first part, you can always go to our podcast and find it later. But we're having an Atlanta history lesson with James Otley right now. I'll do the very quick recap. Basically, there was this woman, Barbara Mackle, who was an heiress to a Florida real estate heiress. She comes up, she's going to school at Atlanta. She has the Hong Kong flu, and her mother comes up to tend to her. They are going to go back home. They check into a hotel over in Decatur. And then in the middle of the night, she gets kidnapped. And the mom gets injected with something to make her pass out. They take her and they bury her in a coffin, a fiberglass coffin that is 18 inches under the earth. Where was that, up in Duluth?
That's right.
Up in Duluth. And she's in there with two pipes sticking out as
Buried
vents.
alive.
With a little fan and a little teeny light. So all this has gone on, and she has just been found. So carry on with the story, James.
So right before they close up the box, I mean, she realized that she thinks she's being put into a room. She says she can't stretch. When she realized she couldn't stretch out her legs, and they're laying her in there, that she realized what was going on. And she remembers hearing the dirt being thrown, shoveled on top of her. I mean, talk about terrifying. Anyway, right before they close up the box, they snap a Polaroid of her with a sign that says she's, that says kidnapped. So they contact the father and demand $500,000 in ransom, which would be about 3.5, maybe 4 million today.
Wow.
I tell you, this is really terrifying too. There's archival footage of John Pruitt in his early days, reporting from the hotel, and it's the morning after she's been kidnapped.
It's been a long and a tense day here at the Roadway Inn near Decatur. Everyone has been waiting all day. Newsmen have been waiting to find out some details about the kidnapping of Barbara Jane Mackle, details which have been few and far between. Federal agents, DeKalb detectives, and friends and family of Barbara Jane Mackle have also been waiting for some word, any word, from the kidnapper. John Pruitt, WSB News, reporting.
And as you're watching this now, you know that she is underground, as they're filming this.
It's kind of like mind over matter. I mean, I wonder what she was telling herself this whole time, honestly, to stay calm.
You're exactly right, Leslie. She was saying she kept imagining having a good Christmas with her family, or being home for Christmas with her family, because this was right around, this is December 20th, I think. But that's exactly right. Mind over matter.
She's still alive, Barbara Mackle.
She is. That's my understanding. Lives in Florida.
I just saw that Barnes, that movie came out in, 1990? 83 Hours Till Dawn.
Do you have the actual location of where that thing was buried for the freaks like me that like to go to true crime locations?
I have. I want to go check it out. I have to imagine, Barnes, that it's probably been, at that time there was nothing out there. I got to imagine it's a subdivision now, but you bet I'm going to go. I'm going to go out and try and find it too, but I doubt it's still there. I mean, we know where South Berkeley Road is, but
what an unreal story. So she gets rescued how?
She's in there 83 hours. The first attempt, the kidnappers freak out. They see two cops approaching, and they flee and they leave their car. The cops search this old Volvo and find Polaroids of of Gary Christ with a police hat on, nude pictures of Gary and his accomplice, and a picture of that they took of Barbara, that says the kidnapped right before they buried her. So they know at least what the people look like. Second ransom run is successful, and so he gets the money, runs off with it, and calls the switchboard and tells them a vague location of where she's buried. FBI swarm the area. They find her. They dig her up. Just like Leslie said, it's been 83 hours.
That's unreal.
The best news is she's unharmed. I mean, she's a little dehydrated, freaked out, but not otherwise okay. And they catch Chris within 24 hours down in a Florida swamp. He's bought a speedboat, and I don't know if it's a high-speed chase or what, but they catch him with $480,000 of the ransom, and he gets sentenced to life in prison. His accomplice gets caught in Oklahoma applying for a job. There's a fingerprint match, and she ends up getting deported. And so, you'd think that would be the end of this story, right?
I thought it would be for sure. She's out to catch the people. Why?
Well, there is a part 2. I'm looking at it right now on Wiki.
What?
Wiki.
So Chris he serves 10 years. He gets convicted. He serves 10 years, but he gets the parole board to let him go so he can become a medical doctor. So he goes and becomes a doctor in Indiana until 2003 when he has his license revoked, but due to a disciplinary action. But then that's not it either. 2006, he charters a sailboat to South America, and he gets busted on the way back with 14 kilos of cocaine and 4 undocumented migrants who've each paid him $6,000 to smuggle them back to smuggle them to the United States. So he gets 5 years for that.
He goes back to prison and then gets released.
Yes, he does.
There's a movie right there alone.
If all of this wasn't enough, just to kind of, the spookiness of this, a AJC reporter found out where he lived, and he lived as of 2018, I believe. He lived about an hour from here.
The
Still
guy?
alive and well. Yeah, the guy.
And not in jail.
Not in jail.
Wow.
The twists and turns on this story.
We need a Dateline stat. I don't know if there is one, but I need to find it. And that movie was 1990, 83 Hours Till Dawn. You can bet your ass I'm watching it. It's on, it looks like right now I see it's on Tubi.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching this because I think I may have seen it years ago.
Robert Urich plays the dad. Peter Strauss, Paul Winfield. Yeah, this I don't remember hearing about this movie, I don't think. Thriller from 1990, 83 Hours Till Dawn. What a crazy-ass story. Damn.
I told you.
See, if history classes were like this when I was in school, I'd be paying attention.
I hear you, man.
All right, James Otley.
Thank you.
Love having you on. Appreciate you bringing those. And you can find, where can people find your books?
So they're on Amazon, and I'll also plug. I put pictures and stuff like this, history stuff, on my Instagram account too. If you want me to,
I follow
which is
you.
at Otley James.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
I follow you, and the books are called Atlanta History for Cocktail Parties, and then Atlanta History for Cocktail Parties 2.
Wow.
Another round. This is great stuff. James Otley, it's the Morning X Atlanta History Lesson. James, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Great to be on.
This is the original It Is 99X.